Good morning. I'm Landon Krigler at landonkrigler.com. And I wanted to talk to you realtors about three, problems that you may be facing in your business today. One is a lack of sellable listings. In many areas, there are no homes hardly to be found. How can you obtain new listings and from what source? Number two, declining commissions, especially on seller side sales. Now, when I started the real estate business, we don't fix the commission, but it seemed to be 7% in early days. That's 4 decades ago. Then it came down to 6. And in many areas now, it's 5. And as we take the listings, we offer less and less sometimes to the selling agent. What can you do? We'll address that. Number 3, if you have a good month, you have a tendency, or I do, to slack off. And then the future months may be down a little bit. What can we do to level our business? So we'll address that as well. I'm going to give you some solutions, but in all honesty, I think I have the solutions to all 3 for you, maybe. So you'll be the judge of that, but I'd like you to look at the end and go to my website. So let's just go with the ones that you can do now. Number 1, what can you do to get more listings? Well, you know what section of the listing population is growing in comparison to real estate? For sale by owners. How do I know that? I've been working for sale by owners for years. I published a magazine, For Sale Call Owner. I had it printed. I delivered it. I rented space in grocery stores. Had a website for US FSBO. Recreated that with some different facets to it that are better, but that's the way I worked. On there, I went to buy owners. Now, what can you do as a realtor? Well, I'm John Smith from XYZ Realtor. Click. But what you do is I'm John Smith, and I was reaching out to for sale by owners with something that may help them. It'll be of no cost to you. May I tell you about it? There, they may say, okay, John, continue. You may continue. It's all permission-based selling. And what do you give them? I would suggest a generic hold harmless agreement. Do they need that at closing? Yes, they do. And what you tell them is, it's going to be one of the happiest days of your life when you sell this house. And if you've got it under contract, that's great. Many of them do. They're selling their own homes. It's happening. So you just tell them this you really need. Because when everybody's happy, it's kind of like a marriage. On the wedding day, oh, it's all sugar plums and sweet dreams. But then something goes wrong. Then half of those end in divorce in the courts. Same with the home. Not that many, but some end up in the courts after the sale because of condition of the property. 85% of the problems or complaints are about property condition. So you need to give this by owner. I need to give you the for sale by owner, this hold harmless agreement. May I do that? May I send it? May I have your email? And may I follow up and see how things are going? I have another document that you might want to look at as well. So it's progressive. You have to build trust. You have to build a relationship with these by owners. It's not easy, but it's better than nothing. If you have no listings to sell, don't you want one? And if you get that listing, you're going to get multiple offers. Generally, if you're in an area like that, if you're not, then this will still work. So that's number 1. You cultivate this thing with by owners. Now, I have a way to do that is much easier because I approach them. I'm Landon Krigler with Free US FSBO. I am a realtor, but you don't have to tell them everything. And that way, our job is to help buy owners, and it is, and assist them. That is the sole purpose of this other company. So you can do that much easier. And we've got better things to give them. And you can learn about that later. I'm going to tell you what you can do now just where you are. But if you want to get better, if you want to do better, then go to my website and see if there's ideas there that will help you at the end of this video. Well, I'll go ahead and give it to you, LandonCraigler.com. Okay, number 2, commission declines. What can you do about that? Well, again, the listing side is paying less on the selling side. You use your agency agreement when you sell a home to get higher commissions from the seller. We'll show you how to word that, and maybe you already know it, but you do that. You use your buyer's agency agreement, and we'll show you how to word it where the seller, I'm not going to pay that amount. They're asking me to pay their closing cost. You word it in with the prepaid items and closing cost at a percentage of the sale price. FHA, it's 6%. So when you do get one of these sales on one of these few listings, you need to make as much money as you can. And you should do this the rest of your career. We'll show you how to do that as well. So that's one of the ways to get more commissions. Another way is with a call capture on your signs. You put up a listing today in some markets and you get all these offers, but what you'd like to do is get both sides of that. Now you have to be fair. In our MLS, you got 1 day that you have to, before it enters in the MLS, and if you're caught, it's $1,000 fine. So you got to be careful here, but legitimately, when you put that sign up, it's good to put a call capture on your own listings. So when they drive by, that's your best prospect. They've already bought the outside of the house. So you put that rider. We've got one, Instant Info. There's other ones, onlinelisting.com. I use it, and I have my own way of using it, and you can too with us. That's actually better, but it's good. So that's one of the things. You may know of others that you can get a verbal, but this one is visual. It's better. You're giving them a product they can't get anywhere else. So it's onlinelisting.com, and they're not paying me anything, but if they want to, they can. I'll accept anything they want to offer me, but it's a good program. It's inexpensive. And so you have a limit if you got more than 49 listings. If you do that, you don't need me and you don't need online listings. You may be that good. So that's the limited number of I think it's actually agents, excuse me. No, it's properties. That's it, properties. Sometimes I get mixed up. Have you ever had that happen to you? Well, I'm trying to get better. So maybe you are too. So up to 49 listings, and then you can, once canceled, you can substitute, see? So you won't have any problem generally with this and the price that they offer. So, but again, I've got one, you can call one source and get all these things, at least an idea of how to do them. I'm giving you this free, but of course, the details might cost you just a little bit, but we're going to give you something great. All right, so that's number 2. We've got lower commissions. You're going to make more money on each sale by the use of an agency agreement and how to use that on FHA loans up to 6%, and how to word that where the seller will not be upset with you, and do it. That's the whole idea. It doesn't matter if the seller's not agreeable to that, to put that in the 6%. So you got to word it just right. So it comes in. We'll show you how to do that. So, and the other thing is getting a call capture on your own listings. What would even be better than that is to get it on by owners. You're the only game in town on that. We'll show you how to do that as well. Does that sound good? Okay. This is a self-promoting video, but take the information for yourself, use it. What I'm telling you is free to do all these things. The hold harmless is not going to cost you anything. The agency agreement you're already using. So all that's free. The third thing that is a problem we mentioned is a fluctuating monthly income. So up, down, up, down. If you're up, then you think it's going to last forever and you don't prepare for the future. It's human nature. When things are going good, oh, I'm going to rest up a bit. I'm going to do this. So, and it's okay. You got to have balance in your life. You got to have a little rest. You got to have a little fun. We try to do that with our company. So anyway, you got a fluctuating income for the most part, unless you're on a salary. And I don't know too many realtors that are on a salary. You may be, I doubt it. But then, is there the company that does that? And I'm sure there are. You might consider doing that if it bothers you. But there is a way or different ways to eliminate that too. You can take on a few rental properties to manage. If your broker allows that, I don't know if you have to have a license, but you might even do that. I've done it in the past, but I mainly just do it for my own rentals. And that's the second thing. If you could obtain a rental or two or three or whatever yourself, then that will give you that stable income. And that will actually give you more confidence on your sales. You know, I don't have to have this. I don't have to have this overpriced listing that's going to take my time, and that is your life. So if you have some rental properties, but if not, you can start out managing some of these for people, and we've got something there that can help you as well. So, and I also have an affiliate program that I'm not going to talk about now. We're talking about what you can do right now. So one, work the buy owners, give them something. You have to ingratiate yourself to them. You have to be for real. Every realtor's asking for their business. You're providing services and knowledge to them. Build that relationship. Don't start too early asking, well, can I list it? No, I'm selling it by owner, Mr. John Smith or whatever. So number one, work those buy owners to get those leads and then use your tools that we talked about later. So two, increase the commission by using the hold harmless agreement. Excuse me, that's our other one. Using your agency agreement. I'm not going to edit this. You know what I mean. If you're a realtor, you use your agency agreement exclusively. If you're not using that, then Lord have mercy on you, because you'll lose a lot of your people. If they're not willing to commit to you after you've convinced them, after you've shown them a few properties and talked to them, pre-qualified them, then they should be willing to make sure that you get paid. If they're not, as hard as it may seem, move on. So you use that agency agreement. Use a call capture on your own listings. Double-sided sales. A little more work, double the money. How does that sound? Pretty good to me. I use it. Double-sided. Every sign I put up has a get instant info. And guess what? That buyer comes to me. Now, many times they're working with an agent, but there's other things you can do when you talk to them. Have you gotten a mortgage person? How do your mortgage person, how would they feel about you if you kept sending them people? We'll show how to get some of that back from a mortgage person too with my program. But anyway, have you gotten yourself pre-approved for a mortgage? I know one of the best in town. And then you call the mortgage company, make that contact here. Here's somebody that's looking that needs help. Building relationships, and hopefully it'll be reciprocal. They'll give you something back, and we'll have a way to ask them to give you something back. So that's it. More double-sided sales. Commissions lower, double-sided sales higher. Good. Fluctuating income. How do you get a stable income? Well, you manage properties. Better, you get yourself some rentals. Third, go to my website, landoncrigler.com, LANDONCRIGLER.com. I've got a new program made just for you to get you a stable income. So I hope you've benefited from these 3 ways to help you in your real estate business, and not to take you away from your current business, but to enhance your current business. Thank you for watching the video. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get better. Thank you. Bye-bye.